Elizabeth Barrett was one of the most celebrated poets in England during the mid-19th century. She was known for her deep intellect, her mastery of verse, and her weak health. Due to illness, Elizabeth lived an isolated life in her family's London home, under the watchful eye of her controlling father, who was determined that none of his children would ever marry. But all that was about to be shaken on one ordinary day through a simple accidental event. Robert Browning, a young poet, deeply moved by Elizabeth's work, wrote her a fan letter in 1845 that read, "I love your verses with all my heart, dear Miss Barrett," marking the beginning of a relationship that would change both of their lives. Their letters started to exchange back and forth with increasing frequency, filled with discussions of poetry, life, and love. Over the course of 574 letters sent over nearly 2 years, they fell deeply in love. Despite her father's strict rules, Elizabeth and Robert managed to eventually meet in secret. Robert was captivated not only by Elizabeth's brilliance but also by her gentle and resilient spirit. Elizabeth, who had resigned herself to a life of solitude due to her health, found new life in Robert's love and attention. He encouraged her to live fully, and she found herself longing for a future she had never before imagined. Knowing that her father would never approve, Elizabeth and Robert made the bold decision to marry in secret. In September 1846, they were wed in a small church with only a few witnesses. After the wedding, Elizabeth returned home as if nothing had happened, continuing to correspond with Robert in secret. Eventually, they succeeded to escape to Italy, where they lived happily for the next 15 years. In Italy, Elizabeth's health improved, and they had a son together, whom they adored. They continued to write, often inspired by their love for each other. Elizabeth's writings during their love affair contain some of the most famous love poems in the English language. Their story is a reminder that love with the right person can defy expectations, overcome obstacles, and bring new life even in the most unlikely of circumstances.